Hey, welcome back. Beautiful day in central Ontario. Got a little bit of reprieve from the winter. Some warm weather for the last few days and positive temperatures, lots of sun. And as you can see, a lot of the snow is melted. But don't be fooled. This is nature's little joke. It plays on us every year right around this time. You start to get that anticipation of spring, and before you know it, for the next 4 or 5 weeks, we're going to be back to cold temperatures and snow. But I thought I'd take advantage of it today, see if I could do a little loader work and finish off some of the work I didn't get done before the snow fell in November. So stick around, grab a coffee, and follow me through the day. Cheers. Hey, okay, so you may recall back in the fall I got a dump load of gravel, and I was trying to get it down across the back driveway I was building and into the shed before the winter came. Didn't finish, but I'm going to take a load at it today, and at least before the day's finished I'd like to at least be able to get a level down inside the stall of the shed where I park the tractor, because once the rainy season comes after the thaw, it gets pretty muddy back there. Learned a few things from last week's video. Thanks very much to a few of my subscribers. I took a look back at the video several times, and I realized what you were talking about as far as ensuring that I've got more or less an equal or balanced opposing force against the entire front of the implement on the front end loader, because in essence the loader is really just attached in two places, here and on the other side. So what happens is if you're pushing a force really hard against one side of the loader and not across the front of the loader, you'll see that the loader arms tend to buckle a little bit, and they don't buckle very much. I mean, whether it's a Kubota or another brand of tractor, you just have to make sure you're using your front end loader the way it was designed or engineered to be used. Made a little bit of a mistake in the fall, because I've never had a load of gravel sit over winter, and my good neighbor Guy let me know after the fact, but I probably should have thrown a tarp over this thing before the winter time, because the gravel has become a little bit compressed and a little bit crusty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my grapple, found another use for it, going to open it up and very gently get into the sides of this pile just to loosen up the dirt. You'll see I've already done it, and it's working really good. It's become very gravel because I'm getting the top layer off. Then I'm going to switch it up, put the bucket on, and then I'm going to start taking my aggregate back and try to start laying it down inside the shed. Well, thanks for sticking around today. I definitely learned today that there's a lot more to using that front end loader than I realized. It's not as easy as it looks. Clearly it's a skill for those of you that have mastered it. I got a lot of practice to go. I want to thank the subscribers last week for some advice on the front end loader, as well as my neighbor Guy, who sat down and explained it all to me and how different opposing forces or energies affect the front end loader arms. So that was a great lesson. And today, realized just working that pile of gravel, there's a lot of skill or art to learning how to dig, curl, and lift in the right proportion. You probably saw a few times there, I took the front wheels off the front of the tractor, lifting it through, and a couple of times, which I left the video in for you to see, I wasn't sure why I was not getting a full bucket of sand, and after looking back at the video, I realized that I had the bucket tilted backwards, so it was actually, instead of the blade digging into the pile, it was actually riding along the top of it, skimming it. So definitely a lot to learn. Wanted to thank you for sticking around today. Have a great week, and we'll see you again. Cheers.